During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover.
No, easy, hold on.
As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them. As America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how.
What the fuck?
By refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
Buzzin', what is up with Tarantino, man?
What?
What happened to him?
People say I got a real twisted sense of humor.
He looks like he should be on the back of a $10 bill.
Oh my God.
Royce Lopez.
I don't know what it is about him.
Hola, me llamo Royce.
Maybe I'm sick of hearing about him.
Yeah, I don't like hot hair.
Maybe it's his face. He's a punchable face.
You wouldn't download a pig, would you?
He's done nothing to me. He's probably a nice guy.
I don't care.
I don't know what it is about the guy.
Big Cranberry has been lying to you.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast.
He looks like he should be flying a kite with a fucking key on it.
Brendan says he hasn't been able to use the N-word for a while. That's the source of his youth.
Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time. Here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce.
Hello, everybody. It's the Non-Pores Show. It's Wednesday, and it's ROTC, and we're on the. Oh, we're not on the backup channel. We're on the special, exclusive
Patreon
Velvet
channel.
Rope channel.
Yeah, that's right. which I made like in 2 seconds one day because I was like, why are we doing this on our main channel?
Yeah, true. Because this is where you guys get the extra spicy content. No, not really.
Can I say that I am looking at the chat and I got to say, what a crop.
What a crop.
What a fucking carved beef. There's a lot of carved beef in this fucking chat. That's just Trenton. So I was laughing. Dude,
all Trenton.
I was laughing because right when we're going live, I got one of those local news notifications. Frozen, see if you can find the video because there's a video. I know I just dropped this on you. Happened during the intro. Apparently, they had to shut down Splash Mountain in Disney World today because a kid got off of the ride and was just hanging where the animatronics were and refused to get back in the boat or leave. Like, she just wouldn't move. Apparently, the guest who uploaded the video gave more details, and other posts explained that the ride stopped around 15 minutes when the kid took their chance. When the kid took his chance, hopping out and standing where the guests are typically not allowed to stand. Apparently, the child refused to get back in the ride vehicle, meaning guests were stuck waiting. After the parents pleaded with the child to come back in the boat, the child eventually came back and got back into the ride vehicle. Finally, the ride went through a full evacuation, and all guests exited the ride. Everyone received fast passes.
I would usually be annoyed, but good on that kid.
That's hilarious. I don't care.
Rules.
Oh, no. Disney has suffered a little bit. I don't give a fuck.
Well, I mean, I'm saying I would just be annoyed if I was there.
Oh, yeah, no, because you have to sit in that stupid, uncomfortable boat for 15 minutes. That sucks. Like when it's normally like a 5-minute ride.
But if I knew why it was happening, I would be laughing hysterically.
If I was one of the people like
funny.
on the boat, when I was on the boat with the kid that was, off of
Yeah,
it, that'd
I would
the
be
best.
laughing hysterically.
I'd be like, this is awesome. This is fucking awesome.
Come on, honey, let's get back. No.
I'm not. No.
This is kind of funny.
Is that it, Frozen?
All I could find was a picture.
Okay. I mean, this just happened. Okay. Oh, God. There's the kid with his arms crossed. He's...
Wait, let me see.
I haven't seen a picture.
That's fucking... No.
No, I'm not. No. I don't want to go back to California. That's probably what it was. He got a taste of the good life in Florida. I don't want to go back. No.
That's very funny.
Can I say one of the saddest things in the world, speaking of Florida, is seeing Nikki Fried trying to be sassy or funny on Twitter. Like, that bitch has got no charisma, like, at all.
She's got no personality.
Yeah, Nikki Fried is one of the people that's going to try to run against DeSantis.
Yeah, she's the one that's running on the platform of, unlike a guy with cancer, I'm going to show up to work at Christmas time.
Well, you know what
Everybody's like, that's okay.
You know what she's also for? A state income tax.
Oh, good. That's good. You should run on that.
Yeah, dude, please run on that. For the love of God, run on that.
Because, that's one thing people in Florida want to hear right now during a recession and inflation.
Exactly.
Also, you're going to pay us.
Yeah, give us money, bitch. Let's see here. We'll start with this. We mentioned it yesterday, but our boy Harrison did get his video played on the Tuck.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Before Joe Biden took office a little over a year ago, federal officials met to decide how they were going to distribute the new COVID vaccines. If you'll think back, you'll remember that
I do remember. I remember the quote. We'll just have the military go inject everybody. We'll put the vaccine in the back of our huge military vehicles, and we'll just have them inject everybody.
During the debates, no less.
Yeah.
December of 2020 was the deadliest month to date in the COVID pandemic. More than 65,000 Americans had died that month. People were very afraid of the virus then. There was no treatment protocol for it.
Well, no, there was treatment protocol, but you were called the crazy conspiracy theorist if you said hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin had helped you. You put in jail.
Shh, don't say it. It's a secret.
My favorite part of that is like Pfizer's coming out with something that's basically just ivermectin, but it's specifically for COVID. And it's like, oh, so like the same thing that ivermectin does? Cool. Okay.
Yeah, but we have a patent on this one.
Oh, you know what? I didn't think about that. That's right. How can they make money off the one that's been around for 100 years?
Yeah, that's just 15 generic brands for.
Yep. Well.
Brought to you by Pfizer.
Let's see.
Vaccines seemed like the only hope. So the meeting was very significant. The CDC's chief medical officer, a person called Kathleen.
Is that his wife? Notice it's always dumb broads at the CDC. Have you noticed that? Like, there's a trend that it's always some dumpy fucking substitute teacher looking broad telling you what you're allowed to do.
That or a Chinese woman.
Yeah.
His chief medical officer, a person called Kathleen Dooling.
Was she also at the Boston bombing?
Unveiled her plan to distribute the vaccines nationally. She began by acknowledging that older Americans indeed face the greatest risk, as everyone understood.
We all knew that.
So logically, if you wanted to save as many Americans as possible from dying, you would give preference, the very first shots, to people over 65. That's the obvious policy.
You know what I would have done? Over 69, just so it'd be cooler.
Nice.
Nice.
You know what I would have done is I would have put all the old people that were at risk with COVID patients, like a chicken pox party, and then that way they would gain immunity, right?
Well, I mean, according to New York, they don't want to prosecute Cuomo for doing it. So, yeah, go for it, dude. Knock yourself out.
And then I would grab some titties.
Oh, directly to jail. Straight to jail.
Charges dropped.
Might be the only morally defensible policy. But there was a problem with doing that, she explained. Older Americans were too white. As Dooling put it, quote,
that's fair. Older Americans are too white.
Racial and ethnic minority groups are underrepresented.
You know what I do a lot of times? Because it's funny, because no matter how rational the left tries to sound with this stuff, even if you sarcastically agree with it, you sound like a maniac, you know?
Of course.
Yeah, no, of course. You know, you're right. Of course. There's too many
are.
white
They
people.
are too dumb and poor to get IDs. I get it.
Hey, I'm with you, man. You're right. You're fucking right. I wouldn't even let them into civilized society if you were to ask me.
I mean, the fact that we got these people wearing clothing is just a miracle in and of itself. So you know what? You're right. The fact that they can't get ID cards, I'm with you.
Yeah, thank God Michael Jordan makes that jungle clothes for them to wear. If not, who knows?
You're right. They are mentally, financially, and just emotionally incapable.
You're right.
Of obtaining the basic identification cards required to be a part of society.
Well, I mean, did you see? Oh, fucking, what city was it? It might have been Baltimore. No, D.C. Sorry, okay, D.C. D.C.'s mayor came out and said, if you want to go outside, now this isn't going to places. You need 3 things now. You need to be vaccinated with a vaccine pass if you're over 12. If you're 18 and over, you have to be vaccinated. And listen to this. Unironically, I'm going to tell you this. If you're over 18, you have to be vaccinated with an ID. Okay? But again, the same people that are telling you can't have an ID to vote, you need an ID to be outside.
Isn't that racist?
No, because the mayor's black.
Adults age 65 and older.
The mayor doesn't even have an ID?
No, you're right. You're right. We're assuming that's her name. I don't know.
Can I use my one that they gave me at the jail?
Yeah, that's fine.
I've actually had that at a strip club one time.
Oh, really?
I was like, I got my jail ID, and I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
That's fine. I don't care.
Not be allowed to get the first COVID shots, whether they needed them or not. So instead, Dooling recommended giving priority to a group the government started calling essential workers. Their main qualification.
I'm sorry. You mean the unvaccinated killer nurses? Essential workers. Listen to this guy.
It's not that they were essential, but they were less white than old people. So that's what the CDC went with. Its panel overwhelmingly approved Kathleen Dooling's recommendation. None of this got a lot of notice at the time, but it was a major change. Never in American history, modern history in any case, has the federal government made it official policy to withhold life beginning with COVID policy.
Check this out.
Here's Biden before even being sworn in last year.
I want to be very clear what my priorities are.
Remember when he made that office of the president-elect?
Yeah.
Like he made something that's never existed. I'm just going to have the office of the president-elect.
Well, he didn't.
Well, his people.
Distributing this emergency aid swiftly and equitably. Our focus will be on small businesses on Main Street that aren't wealthy and well-connected, that are facing real economic hardships through no fault of their own.
What about like, because we always talk about affirmative action and not having quotas at work and just letting people that are best for the job. What if we also applied that to medicine, right? Like, what if we got it to the people who needed it the most first?
But what they're doing,
is that just crazy? Is that just it's outrageous?
What they're doing is the same thing from that fucking thing from American Dad, which the rejoinder that we have, which is like, we'll take all the money from the rich and make them the new poor, and then the new rich have to give their money back to the new poor, and we go round and round like the Sneetches. Like, is that your economic plan? Your economic plan is just to put money in a circle?
Wealthy and well-connected, that are facing real economic hardships through no fault of their own.
You're right. It is no fault of their own. It's your fault for shutting down the country.
Our priority will be Black, Latino, Asian, and Native American-owned small businesses, women-owned businesses.
Because they're poor. They're the poor, dirty people. They need come on, because they're poor savages, dirty, filthy. No, but it's like that's how this feels.
It's so crazy, dude.
These poor idiots, these unwashed morons. They just don't. They don't understand. But they think that the disease comes from some sort of spooky god that they worship from a cave drawing.
Wait, so you're telling me in the remedial class we're going to catch up with the regular class by doing less work slower?
Yes, that's the best way to handle it.
Okay.
Hey, be dumber. All right, you're making the dumb kids feel bad.
I'm from Canada. They think I'm slow, eh?
They think I'm slow, eh?
Now take out your circles of paper.
People don't know that's actually Jim Enward making an appearance in The Simpsons.
That is actually true. Jim Enward, can you please change your avatar to that kid from fucking Simpsons?
So you'll notice the assumption in that sentence, which undergirds all the assumptions behind the administration's equity policy. And that is that non-white means poor, and non-white means less healthy. As a factual matter, that's certainly not true across the board. It's not even close to true. In fact, the highest income groups in this country are not white. But they've run with it. And he made good on that promise. In its first year, the Biden administration awarded billions of dollars in COVID relief, for example, to black farmers purely on the basis of their skin color. Race was the only criterion. Now, doing that...
You know what you called the black farmer before the Civil War?
I mean... I'm not going to say it.
I don't know the answer I was asking. And look, here's Jim Enward for those that are wondering. There he is.
Look, and if there's one thing that Zimbabwe has taught us, it's that empowering black farmers is a great way to make sure that we have a nice flow of food.
And there's Jim Enward, by the way, for anyone looking for what he looks like. Face reveal.
Sorry, Jim. We just doxed you.
Sorry, bud.
It was illegal, obviously. It violated all kinds of federal laws, and a federal court soon struck it down. But the White House didn't stop. They accelerated, and they applied that same standard to everything, very much including the allocation of health care. Healthcare for all, that was the slogan for generations. The new slogan under the Biden administration was healthcare for favored groups. And those policies continue tonight. They're illegal, they're immoral, and yet they are all but ignored by the media and, by the way, by Republican lawmakers.
Did you see Ted Cruz? Did you see Ted Cruz at the January 6th thing trying to fucking earn street cred back?
Tucker, please, I'm sorry. I'll go back there and yell at him. Yeah, he really was.
He did, though.
Trying.
He went back and he was like, were there any FBI agents at this? And then all of a sudden you're like, well, where was this guy? Where the fuck was this guy?
I'd like to know more about the FBI. I'd like to know how much Ray Epps had to do with inspiring this white nationalist terrorist attack. Like, now he's just trying to play both sides. You're like, all right, Ted, it's too late.
Several weeks ago, for example, the Food and Drug Administration released a fact sheet on a monoclonal antibody called sotrovimab. Sotrovimab is at this point the only monoclonal antibody treatment that is...
I mean, the FDA, the thing that was working hand in hand with the sugar industry when they made that fucking ridiculous food pyramid, that it's completely horrible, where they tell you to eat, like I said it before, 76 loaves of bread a day.
Yeah, you got to have... Listen, guys, if you're not getting at least 500 grams of carbohydrates in every meal.
A meal, of course. A meal. Mike, my breakfast calzone was really hard to eat, dude.
My breakfast calzone.
It was really difficult, dude.
Which is, honestly, I know what you guys are thinking, right? Maybe a calzone stuffed with a little sausage and eggs and some pepper. It's actually a calzone stuffed with more bread.
Yes, it was. That's right. Mm-hmm.
And then a donut.
Have you heard of Meat Lovers Pizza? This is the Bread Lovers Pizza. It's
bread
all
lovers. Bread Lovers Pizza.
I love bread.
It's just more bread on top of the pizza.
Yes. This is great.
Proven effective against the latest variant of the coronavirus. The FDA provided guidance for physicians in all 50 states.
That's right. The FDA recommends eating 2 bread sandwiches every day.
I can't wait.
Bread inside of bread.
How to determine...
You can also drink Guinness, which is like drinking bread. So, I mean, you're fucking set.
Well, I bet if you go back far enough, too, they're like, make sure to have a nice Lucky Strike and a beer in the morning as you're driving to work.
Because the fucking cigarette calms down the hypochondriac-prone fancy that you might catch.
Should get this treatment, this critical treatment. Physicians, the FDA explained, should consider, quote, race and ethnicity as they administer treatments.
Oh, I think they always have. I think that's nothing new. Just not in the way you wanted them to.
Yeah.
But they did.
Well, actually, no, they're doing it in the same exact way now. They're basically, they're making sure they experiment on the black people first, which has always been an American policy.
Here you go, guinea pigs.
Dude, that was, they did that, they did an article recently that New York City was like, New York City's going to be considering, race if you're a person of color before administering the vaccine.
I saw that.
And I just retweeted it. I'm like, so they're just going to continue a long-standing American tradition of medically experimenting on black and brown people. Okay, I mean, that's the headline.
Oh, beautiful.
Because that's what the headline is saying. Oh, we're going to give this experimental vaccine to them first.
Doing that across the country. In Utah, COVID patients are triaged by a scoring system that determines whether or not they qualify.
Also, like a social credit score?
For these potentially life-saving antibody treatments. Look at this chart. It shows the scoring system. You'll notice that race often counts more than physical health. The state of Utah, for example, gives 2 points to anyone simply for not being white. You win if you're not.
I don't mean to laugh, but that's so funny. Here you go. You're basically disabled because you're not white. Have 2 points. They don't understand. That's what this looks like. Maybe they do and they don't care, but it's not what it looks like. You're not white. Pat, pat, pat. You need a little bit more help, don't you, bud?
Are you white, Hispanic, African? I'm African American. Poor thing. And they're just writing it in the book. You poor thing. We'll be right back.
You're right. The nurse is just shaking her head. Oh man! And
like
now,
if you're a black person with any sort of personal pride at this point, right? You can't be how could you be a Democrat?
And then the nurse is like, now, were you born this way or was it a genetic condition that came on later in life? How did this happen?
When did you find out you were retarded? And you're like, no, I'm just a black guy. I thought I was here for my medicine.
I knew you were black right away.
White. If you have congestive heart failure at the same time, you get 1 point.
Nice.
So if you're a white congestive heart failure patient, that's not enough for you.
Wait, if you're a white congestive heart patient failure, hold on, you still get care after or just a normal black dude?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is Utah, by the way. Just
By the way,
know.
it would be so funny, too, if it's like a 22-year-old black guy that's like in just a perfect shape.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cutting you on the line.
Trenton Wade walks in front of you. Excuse me, dog. I got to get my vaccine. And you're like, wait, what?
Well, Trenton's got to get the vaccines. He's going to be going for AEW soon.
Yeah, I know. He is. Elevation.
I'm going to be his manager, and I already gave him his nickname. It's going to be All Natty Trenton Wade.
Ooh, my nickname had an N in it, but it was shorter.
And his first feud is going to be with Brian Cage, and they're going to fight over who's more natty.
No, Swole. Big Swole.
No, she's gone. If Brian Cage.
That's right. Big Swole got fired, right? She got fired, right?
How about Wardlow?
Oh, Wardlow's good.
Wardlow, Brian Cage, and Trenton Wade have a three-way match to decide who's more natty.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And everyone tears their quad because they're all on steroids.
And Hobbs. I forgot about Hobbs.
Yeah. Trenton Wade's goose. He's in a goose suit. It's an old circus term.
Story in Minnesota. Minnesota awards 2 points.
By the way, fun fact, and I just picked up on this because I was telling you how much I love the Acclaimed.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever notice, he never, ever insults Powerhouse Hobbs.
Yeah, I know.
They've been up against teams with Powerhouse Hobbs, and it's like a running gag, and he does it on purpose.
Yeah,
every time he raps against everyone and never brings up Powerhouse Hobbs.
Which is funny.
One time he just went, "Yo, Hobbs, we're cool, right?" At the end of the rap. It's very funny.
Called BIPOC patients. That means anyone who's not white. If you have high blood pressure and you're 60 years old, you get 1 point.
Congratulations, you're Italian. All that marinara and spaghetti.
Yeah, stop yelling in the waiting rooms, please.
The Italians are like, I can't eat bread all day. Now give me 50 plates of spaghetti.
Yes.
Point.
That's true.
So it's like, no. Bread, don't touch the stuff. Ma, where's my ravioli?
Tough luck
that's
for
what
you.
you tell an
Imagine
Italian
if
they
that
have to cut carbs out of their fucking diet, and they're just going to go, kill me now, and just collapse on the ground.
One of your parents.
There's never been a better meal made on TV than when they were making Italian food in The Goodfellas. I mean that. It was so...
Or honestly, The Sopranos had a lot of those like, that show always made me fucking hungry, man. Like, don't go shopping on an empty stomach, and don't watch The Sopranos on an empty stomach. It's fucking torture.
Patients. That means anyone who's not white. If you have high blood pressure and you're 60 years old, you get 1 point. So tough luck for you. Imagine if that was one of your parents. It is one of someone's parents.
So what happens when you're a young white man who
Sabari.
works for InfoWars, who's absolutely a bastion of health, who's literally the perfect male?
Well, I mean, you know what I call Harrison Smith? A Sigma male. Sigma grind set.
I call him a Ligma male.
Because no.
In a shocking new piece for the Washington Free Beacon, quote, racial minorities are automatically eligible for scarce COVID-19 therapeutics regardless of age or underlying conditions. It doesn't matter what kind of health they're...
But here's the thing about that. It's going to work itself out because they're still not going to get it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're like, nah.
You know what makes me laugh, though, is like they keep talking about, like, you know, you don't want to get the Vax, just get the Moderna, get one, get the Pfizer one and be done with it. But now they're talking monoclonal antibodies and how people are fighting over that. I don't even want those.
No, you have them.
I'll just get sick. That's what I mean. I'll just get sick.
Is their skin color. Whites don't qualify. This is not health care. It's punishment. It's punishment meted out on the basis of skin color. Now, the justification for all of this, and the authorities could not be clearer about it. They've taken their ideas directly from America's colleges. They'll tell you why they're doing this. The justification is history. The United States has mistreated racial minorities in centuries past, they say. Therefore,
and we're the only country that's ever done that. Because it's not like the continent of Africa also treated lower fucking caste people like shit. Or India. It's only us.
India. I mean, Africa treats, and also it's always funny when they go like, "Oh yeah, you know, you kidnapped these black people and made them slaves," and it's like, no, those black people were sold to us by other black people.
That is actually true.
Where do you think we got the slaves from? From the tribal leaders that were like, all right, who are like the 4 shittiest dudes that we don't like? Because these guys are willing to give us all kinds of cool shit for 4 of our worst guys.
Who built the slave boats, Joe? Who built the slave boats?
Hang on, I'm on the phone with my son-in-law. Oh, really? Oh, really? You, are you sure? My son-in-law says it was them.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I apologize.
I didn't know.
Whites must suffer now. So your ancestors did bad things, or people who looked like your ancestors did bad things, so now we're withholding medicine from you. They call this equity. It's not equity. It is collective punishment. It's the North Korean standard. It's the definition of evil. And in case you're wondering that's actually what it is, consider this. A young Haitian man could cross our border illegally today. Many have. That person could show up at a clinic in New York tomorrow for COVID treatment and get preference over an elderly American citizen, hurt a specific group of Americans. And they're succeeding. This is happening everywhere, even
Texas?
in places you would never expect
I know some
it
people that live in Texas.
to happen. Watch as this man talks to an employee.
This man. Hey, Harrison, can you change your name on Twitter to this man? Thank you.
At a Texas medical facility to find out exactly what their policy
A man by the name of Gusto Montgomery
Uh-oh.
went in undercover.
And then you know the picture they find, the one where Photoshopped is just three amigos, and that's the
Oh,
one they
God.
put up on the. That's the one they put up on the screen.
The man pictured here with two of his amigos. At this to say.
So I'm not gonna be able to get it today because I don't qualify.
Yeah.
What if I like smoke and vape? I heard that was
Negative.
no. Okay. But if I were black and Hispanic,
Right.
then I'd be able to qualify.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm being denied medical service because of my race. Is that?
That's the criteria.
That laugh, by the way, that fucking giggle that he lets out, that was one of my favorite videos.
he's
'Cause
like,
he wasn't even angry with her. Because, like, that's how it's handled, by the way. Film it, get evidence of it, make sure you can fight against it. But if you're going to be one of these spurgs that needs to make a scene so you can have a viral video.
Oh, you mean Arnold Nicotina?
But it turns into what Adonis Paul calls a hate moment. We just hate everybody in the video. But Harrison just handled it perfectly. So, okay. So I'm being denied medical service based on my race. Awesome. Nice. Like, it's just like, that's how you handle it. Because it's like, you got to laugh at how fucking
Absurd.
ludicrous it sounds.
How absurd
Yeah.
it, exactly. You're like, all right, enough. You know what I'm gonna do? I just downloaded the Photoshop, and I'm gonna tag Harrison right now and be like, hey Harrison, have you tried showing him this next time you try to get treatment?
Just show them that, and you should be good. Then you're Mexican. Wait, no, they were white.
So you can't get life-saving drugs from the government of Texas if you're the wrong color. Think about that. We reached out to the Texas Department of Health about this back in November, and they denied allocating any health care on the basis of race, but of course they were lying. The North Central Texas COVID-19...
I like that he doesn't even, like, all these media people used to always give you some kind of benefit of the doubt, or like they'd play along and go like, maybe they were mistaken. And Tucker's now just going on this warpath of like, no, of course not, because they were lying.
Yeah, you're right.
He gives nobody the benefit of the doubt anymore.
Yeah, they're fucking liars, dude. I don't give a fuck. Fight me. Tucker's
when
doing
he-
the sue me.
When he told Ted Cruz, like, you know what? I guess I just don't believe you. It's like, ouch. That's a hard thing to say to anybody in that position of power.
Can I say it's so funny? If you look at the Harrison's video, it says Harrison @ Harrison _ of _ TX / futurenews.news. Not at Infowars, but futurenews.news. Choose to the news. Let's see. All right.
So you can't get life-saving drugs from the government of Texas if you're the wrong color. Think about that. We reached out to the Texas...
Just think about it. Walk. A walk.
No.
Lately, I've been... What? No? Okay.
Department of Health about this back in November, and they denied...
You know, if you're going to live in Florida, you have to you have to 100% respect Florida royalty, Fred Durst, okay?
Allocating any health care on the basis of race, but of course they were lying. The North Central Texas COVID-19 Regional Infusion Center was created by the Texas Department of Health. Last year, the infusion center's website, which says it's state-funded, featured an information sheet that explicitly listed race as an eligibility factor for getting antibody therapy. That's what you just saw there. Someone being denied medical treatment because he's the wrong color, without even assessing the relative health risks involved. The website
you know what,
maintained by the
though?
terror-
I got to say this, Tucker. You don't know Harrison like I know him. And he might have been refused medical treatment because he was probably carrying a samurai sword.
He walks around with him, yeah. He's what they call in the Japanese, and Frozen, correct me if I'm wrong, a Ronin?
Yeah.
Yes,
You know how it goes, man. Plus, remember, Harrison just got married recently, too. So not only is he white, but he's happily married to a woman who's probably out of his league. So they added another point, which is why he was deducted a point. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Tarrant County, Texas, by the county of Tarrant County in Texas, explains
okay,
that being non-white automatically makes you eligible for treatments. So this is still happening on a wide scale. The question is, why are Americans putting up with this?
For a bunch of fucking pussies, and nobody's fighting first anymore except for Rand Paul. And who gives a shit about that because they don't listen to him anyway.
Yeah, somebody on Twitter last night was like, yeah, Dr. Fauci telling Rand Paul, oh, yeah, they're threatening my life and my family's lives. And they're like, you're saying that to a guy who's been beat up, shot at, and chased out of a fucking speech all in the last year.
Let's see. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, this is what they were talking about.
Senator Paul.
Dr. Fauci, the idea that a government official like yourself would claim unilaterally to represent science, that any criticism of you would be considered a criticism of science itself, is quite...
And the amazing part, I'm sure everyone's already seen this, we'll play some of it, but the amazing part about this is, like, Fauci's literally reading things from his emails. Like, from Fauci... Excuse me, Rand is literally reading things from Fauci's emails that are public record, right? And Fauci will not reply to those things. He just starts to accuse, you're trying to kill me. You're trying to kill me and my family.
Dangerous.
It's very,
Central
very Jewy, what he's doing.
Not very Italian, Fauci.
Okay. All right, Red Fresh.
Are we streaming? Can you tell me?
It
says we are. There it goes.
Says live, yeah.
Yeah, there it goes. Here, let me. I gotta get Mersh back on. There you go. Okay.
Okay.
I sent
There we
Mersh a
go.
new one. Right now, you're just seeing like a copy because that's the way I have the Zoom set up. So right next to me, if you're looking at. Yeah, guys, my internet just took a fucking shit. You know what? I'm gonna keep it in the audio version. That way, everyone could fucking hear my internet taking a shit. Hi, Mersh.
Just in case, Royce, can you do the...
Yeah, I
thing
got
for
you.
the
Hey, bro, way to fucking have internet, bro.
I mean, it was bad. I didn't like it either, you know.
Hey, Royce, have internet much?
Yeah, man.
Oh, no.
Yeah, man. I hate you.
This segment brought to you by Verge EG.
Yep. They're censoring us, dude. Sign up for our mug club. Sorry.
Dude, I was literally in.
We're
I
running
was
a
literally-
Hold on, we're running a Patreon. That wouldn't even work. This will be the worst place to do it, by the way, because these people already pay for us.
Oh yeah, I know. I was in the chat going like, I'm pretty sure it's his internet because I have no Zoom meeting either.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I'm playing craps online, so I'm fine. Like it wasn't me.
I might have a drop in the show drops that might explain our situation.
Think I'm just some dumb hick. They said that to me at a dinner.
Thank you. That's a good one.
I didn't do fucking shit. I didn't rig shit.
I need that one for sure.
It's in the in this same
drops
server, the
folder.
show drops. Yeah.
Nice.
Where were we? Ah, yes.
By mandate, the errors are compounded and become much more harmful. A planner who believes he is the science leads to an arrogance that justifies, in his mind, using government resources to smear and to destroy the reputations of other scientists who disagree with him. In an email exchange with Dr. Collins, you can
This is the email I was talking about, by the way.
conspire, and I quote here directly from the email, to create a quick and devastating published takedown of three prominent epidemiologists from Harvard, Oxford, and Stanford. Apparently, there's a lot of fringe epidemiologists at Harvard, Oxford, and Stanford.
He is a fucking asshole, man.
Yep.
You know, he's on the Tucker level now of
fuck you.
Like,
He's doing the
he knows,
fuck you.
Yeah, like where he knows this is just a losing cultural war at this point. And now he's just like, fuck it, I don't even care anymore. I'm surprised he's not wearing those fucking those fleece vests just into the Senate at this point.
And you quote in the email that they, or from Dr. Collins, and you agree that they are fringe. And immediately there's this takedown effort. A published takedown.
No, actually, Senator Paul, I said it was cringe. I don't know why. My granddaughter taught me that term recently. I've been using that a lot.
I called it cringing gay.
I called it gay and, in fact, cringe.
You know, doesn't exactly conjure up the image of a dispassionate.
Yeah, that's right. Your email here says cringe TBH. What does that mean?
Passionate scientist.
TBH. They're going through all of his emails.
Yeah.
Engaging them on the merits. You and Dr. Collins sought to
Dr.
smear-
Fauci, you received an email 2 years ago that said we're going to lock people down and put them in camps. And if the black people don't get this shot, we're putting them in camps too. You responded with based and then 4 frog emojis. You care to explain that?
This is the best part. I'm just going to play because, you know, you've probably all seen the beginning. I just want to show you the melt. Look, first off, look at Rand Paul. Fauci's yelling. Fauci came with a printout.
Can take the hit. Well, it makes a difference because, as some of you may know, just about 3 or 4 weeks ago, on December 21st, a person was arrested who was on their way from Sacramento to Washington, D.C., at a speed stop in Iowa. And the police asked him where he was going, and he was going to Washington, D.C. to kill Dr. Fauci.
That was
wow.
It was a crazy person. And on top of that, they probably weren't even doing that. Are you sure it wasn't Johnny Lee Rich's trolling you? Because he would do that.
What a terrible execution of that plan.
Yeah. You know
what I would have done?
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's say I was gonna go I'm not even gonna say that phrase.
Mm-hmm.
But I was gonna go kill insert any government
Doc,
person.
Lenny, and Carl.
And I get pulled over, let's say at a gas station in Jacksonville, and they go, "Where are you headed?" And I go, "Washington, D.C." And they go, "Oh, what for?" I go, "To take a picture of the Washington Monument."
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, yeah, just ran your plates. Do me a favor, man. Just slow it down a little bit. Have a great day. Thank you. Oh, nice. See? So I feel like whatever you're pointing out is bullshit. That was either staged or, as Roy said, a crazy person. I'm more willing to say it was probably staged.
Right.
And they
Who
found
does
in
that if you're really going to do that?
his car an AR-15 and multiple magazines of ammunition.
How convenient.
All legal.
How convenient.
Because he thinks that
a
maybe-
guy admitted to the police with absolutely no probable cause that he was planning on killing the top unelected, most powerful bureaucrat in America at a time when he's actually having a lot of PR issues. And he happened to also have the exact model of rifle that every single person in this government and media wants to vilify. Isn't that weird how he had all of the things that are bad?
It's crazy.
I'm killing.
And he was also white. On top
He was
of all
wearing a Make America Great Again hat.
Mm-hmm.
He was listening to InfoWars, and he was eating ivermectin.
They pulled him over in Jacksonville, and he said, "This is MAGA country."
People. So I ask myself, why would Senator want to do this? So go to Rand Paul website, and you see fire Dr. Fauci with.
This is hilarious because this has been turned into a meme because he's basically plugged it, and now Fire Dr. Fauci has gotten more donations than ever because he's an idiot.
The little box that says contribute here. You can do $5, $10, $20.
Yeah, you're allowed to do again.
I'm allowed to say you should be fired.
You're allowed. By the way, you work for us, fucking retard. Yeah, you work for us. We're your boss.
I understand you probably shouldn't be driving around with rifles saying you're going to kill him, but that is absolutely, it is a huge leap.
Yep.
From fire this guy, I've had enough of him, to we should murder him. So how do you so does that mean that pretty much the last 15 head coaches of both the Dolphins and the Jets were having their lives threatened? Well, they probably were, but
yeah.
But the original people, most of the people in the city were like, when they said, we need to fucking get this bum the fuck out of here, they didn't mean with a fucking 50 caliber sniper rifle. They just meant they wanted him to pack his shit and get the fuck out. That's all.
$100.
Let's burn a lowercase t on their yard for time to leave.
So you are
remember
making
that?
Yep.
Dude, you could never get away with that.
No,
now.
there's certain things you would never get away with.
Time to leave. The way he says it.
Catastrophic epidemic for your political gain. So the
You
only
have
thing
politically
the only
attacked
thing that I
your
can-
colleagues and in a politically reprehensible
The
way
only thing that I
attack their
could think of-
reputations.
Okay,
you won't
we-
defend it.
No,
you won't
well,
argue it.
I'm
You'll just
sorry
simply
that we're
turn around
going
the
He never he'll never answer for his emails. He'll never answer for anything. He's really 1 second away from saying I am the Senate. Like he's a fucking power hungry sociopath.
Yeah, he's Palpatine, but when he was the nice guy.
Yep. Jesus was circumcised, bought a beer. Found out
Jesus, that was his name.
Found out Greg Abbott used to be in the military. He had to join the army because they wouldn't let him into the leggy.
Okay, that is. I hate you. Whoever wrote that, I hate you.
Well,
guys.
Jesus was circumcised, bought another beer after failing spectacularly with a food pyramid. The CDC has joined with the World Health Organization to roll out a new standard of dietary health, the culinary trectodon. Okay, come on, man. Jesus was circumcised. Hey, Mersh, when you have a second, I must ask you a question.
Oh, because the mustache.
David bought a beer. Hey, guys, great show as usual. Mersh, I have some troubling news, and I wanted to be the one to break it to you before it comes out in the documentary. It turns out that Louis visited Epstein's Island on 5 separate occasions. He isn't to be trusted. I'm sorry to have to be the one to tell you this.
I'm sorry, but Louis never went to Epstein Island. He would have never been homeless if that were the case.
Mexi Man
I'd have a rich, politically connected Jewish cat if that were the case.
Mexi Man and Cheese, it hasn't been wildly reported, but the guy who got pulled over on his way to get Fauci also organized the Gretchen Whitmore plot. It's a small world. Same guy. It's the same guy that went after her. So you're telling me the guy was in the FBI?
Yeah, why couldn't he just like tell a story people would believe? Like, no, I'm going to D.C. for another swingers party to beat my wife.
So, this is from Meomology. You sent it to me.
It's in the Reliable Sources newsletter. Here's a big, overly broad question for you, okay? Is the media at this point out of touch with the public about COVID?
I think it's hard to argue that.
Okay. Fair question. I want to see where this goes.
The media is a large group of people, but.
Yeah, we know. We know it's a large group of people.
A lot of the media does seem, when I look at it and then travel the country, to be very out of touch with people. I mean, if you travel the country, people are not really living in the same bubble that it seems that most of the media.
No. Here's the thing. The rest of the country isn't in a bubble. You're the one in a bubble. The rest of the country's walking out, talking to black people, talking to Democrats, talking to Republicans, going to the fucking farmer's market, living their life.
Getting drunk, doing excuse me what videos.
Exactly. You're the one who's fucking out of touch.
Is messaging toward. And so, yeah, and so I think this is an issue because if people are tuning out what's going on in cable news, if we're not messaging toward the general population, they're just, ignoring everything and living their lives, and we're not really getting the information that they need to them.
Did you hear the end of that? Did you hear the end? The end is we're not giving. They're not getting the information they need from us because we're the only ones that have it.
It is. It's like when they almost say the loud part, the quiet part out loud.
Yep.
He's literally exposing
the goddamn business
by doing this. Like he's like, yeah, I mean, these people, they're just not listening to us anymore, and we got to make sure this information is crammed into their head. And if they're not listening, they won't get the information. What the hell is wrong with you people?
When CNN, when no one is giving a single fuck about their propaganda.
They are just losing their minds because people they're like, they never had a plan for what happens if people just start ignoring propaganda,
Yeah, you're
back
right.
and living their lives and just ignoring mandates and ignoring rules and being like, yeah, I'm not doing that. It really drives them fucking insane. This was always about like compliance and just like, how dare you? You can't just say no. And people are like, yeah, I mean, I just did though. So
listen to the check this out. This is the Pfizer CEO. Okay.
The 2 doses of the vaccine offer very limited protection, if any.
The 2 doses of
if
the vaccine.
any.
He's talking about
if any.
He's talking about Omicron, yeah.
3 doses with a booster. They offer reasonable protection against hospitalization and deaths.
Reasonable protection.
Against deaths, I think very good. And
you know what else gives you a reasonable protection against hospitalization and death? A little bit of cardio, mix in a little good eating. Hey, you don't even have to eat totally good all the time. But, mix in some greens, skip some pasta once in a while and have some broccoli. Go for a little hike. There's all little things you can do. It's
First
amazing.
off, I'm not just to ignore the fucking food pyramid, okay, dude?
All right. I'm sorry. If you guys don't want to get COVID, you have to eat a lot of bread.
I've only been eating deep dish pizzas. It's crazy.
And he doesn't even like them, folks.
I don't even like them. I prefer regular pizza.
But he's got to get his bread
I got to get the carbs, bro.
Look at Royce. He's building mass. He's cultivating mass
Look at
right
this.
now. He's
Look at
carved
this.
beef.
Carved beef, bro. It's not a goose suit. This is not a goose suit.
Dude, I mean, that's what I've been doing. That's why my workout has been going so well for me. I'm putting on a lot of muscle because I when I work out, I make sure that I eat at least a loaf of bread. I get a loaf of Italian bread, right? And I eat the whole thing.
But it's healthy because he's dipping it in olive oil.
And yeah, of course. Olive oil with a little bit of the Parmesan.
Yeah, you're fine.
And then I go right into the gym. And then what I do is I do 4 sets of 8 squats, right?
Okay.
And I do it at about 220 pounds. And then I immediately vomit everywhere,
Jesus,
all over the place.
It's a very bready vomit.
Well, you got to make room for more bread.
Of course.
Protection against infection. Now, we are working on a new version of our vaccine.
Oh, wow, a new version already? Wow. But the PS4 just came out.
Remix.
It's remixing your DNA.
Let me put it that way. That will cover Omicron as well. And, of course, we are waiting to have the final results. The vaccine will be ready in March.
So the vaccine will be ready in March, but in March, the Omicron's not going to be around anymore. See, that's the thing. The problem is you can't keep up with this. There's no way to,
And I'm just spitballing here, right? Because I'll admit I'm not a scientist, right?
No shit.
If I'm Pfizer, right, or if I work for Moderna, why don't you start working on like 3 more vaccines so that we're ready for the next 2 variants? Yeah.
Because
why are you making them one at a time?
If you keep making new vaccines, see, look, they already charge people for 2 shots. If you make a 3rd shot, you can make more money. And then Israel is now saying in their new study, we might need a 4th booster. Okay.
Hey, can you pieces of shit just start handing out OxyContin like candy again? That way, at least we could be having fun. Is that too much to ask? I almost miss the old pharmaceutical companies that just force-fed everybody opioids. At least those were fun.
So, this gentleman, I want to start off first by saying this guy is an absolute troll. There's so many right-wing fucking idiots like Ian Miles Chong and stuff that think this guy is serious, and these people are stupid. This guy's actually one of those guys who runs his name's Alex Steen. He runs like an InfoWars conspiracy site. He's friends with Harrison. Check this out.
Alexander Stein.
These meetings look so boring, dude. Where's Alexander Stein? There he comes. Here he comes. He must be a medical professional because he's wearing scrubs.
Is he black scrubs or regular scrubs?
He's regular. He's white scrubs.
Right on time. Okay. Whew, let me catch my breath. Sorry, guys. Okay. My name's Alex Stein. I'm here today because we got to vaccinate our children. We really don't have enough vaccines. Like, they're not mandatory, and that's the problem. We got to mandate these vaccines. So I've figured a way where I think we can make it, I don't know, like, I guess more hip and cool for, my phone's not working. I'm trying to get, what I want to say is we got to vaccinate our kids. We have to vaccinate them fast and early, but of course my phone's not playing. But I had a song that I wanted to do, and of course, it never works when you're trying to make it work. But I guess we'll just have to freestyle it. But
he's gonna freestyle.
Would the real Dr. Fauci please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. Vaccinate your mom. Vaccinate your dad. Vaccinate the happy. Vaccinate the sad. Vaccinate your babies. Vaccinate them, even if they got rabies. Vaccinate my life. Vaccinate my wife. Vaccinate your DNA. Vaccine created by the CIA. Vaccinate your body. Vaccinate me at the party. Vaccination freak. Vaccination freak a leak. I want the vaccine in my life. I want the vaccine for my wife. I want to vaccinate you all day long. Vaccinate you while I wear my thong. Vaccinate me.
Mersh, he uses his full 3 minutes.
I love this.
He uses his full 3 minutes.
Vaccinate who? Vaccinate she. Vaccinate her. Vaccinate them. Vaccinate my friend. I want to vaccinate to the end.
This guy
vaccinate
rolls. This guy
me
rolls.
pure
So great.
L. I love you. What can
He's
I
pouring
say?
hand sanitizer on himself. He was pouring like flash dance.
I love you. I got the pure L, feeling pure, so clean. Got the Lysol, because I'm calling Paul. Do you got to clean the mic? You got to vaccinate. You going to get corona.
Oh, my God.
Don't vaccinate.
makes it
Don't
rain.
wait. Don't hesitate. You got to vaccinate in the Lone Star State. Vaccination is so great. Vaccinate me all day long.
Just isn't
Vaccinate
stopping.
your daddy and mom. Vaccinate my body. Vaccinate me at
I told
the party.
you, he uses all 3 minutes.
Dream. I love the vaccine all day long. I want to vaccinate your mom. I want to stick it deep in your arm. Oh, mom, where are you? I want to vaccinate you, but you can't hear my song. Vaccinate me in my thong. Vaccination, right or wrong. Dr. Fauci, give me that ouchie. I want it in my body. Vaccinate me to go to the party. Omar is back. Vaccinate me, white or black.
By the way, Omar is back. One of the council members just walked back in and he goes, Omar is back. He's freestyling now.
Vaccinate you. Vaccinate who? Vaccinate you all day long. Vaccinate your dad and mom.
Okay,
Vaccinate
by the way,
me
can you
in
pause?
my-
I'm sorry. Folks, for those of you that haven't been paying attention, we've said multiple times, this is
a troll.
Absolutely a bit. He's doing a bit.
Yeah.
First of all, it can't be cringe if he's being cringe on purpose.
Correct.
Thong, vaccinate the mayor. I am a vaccination player. What can I say? I'm the real Ron Sayer. Prime time, 99 on the grind all the time. I blow your mind. I spit the rhyme. I commit the crime. I'm always on time because I'm 99. Alex, and I grind and shine and I blow your mind. One more time. Vaccinate your mind. Vaccinate your body.
Can I just
vaccinate
say
your
too,
life if your vaccination party.
This is just proof too that if you go up and say anything anti-vax, they will immediately they'll cut you off.
Yep.
But because this guy's doing a pro-vax thing, they're literally letting him have his full time.
Gee.
They're letting this man make an ass of himself because he's pro-vax, supposedly.
Gee, I wonder, do you think this guy's a troll? Let's find out. He's also done this.
Y'all hear me on this?
That's him.
Am I
Okay,
good?
that's amazing.
That's him.
Oh, good.
All right, so first,
He does a really good
I want to
wigger.
ask y'all why this thing so early in the morning. I had to wake up. I was up all night gaming.
Okay,
I had
no,
just
this
leveled
guy,
up, though, so-
this guy has wigger friends.
Of course, it's too good.
This is not a guy who's watched like a couple of TV shows and
too
picked
good.
this up.
It's-
This dude's
it's too
got
good.
legit wigger friends that he's imitating.
It was worth it. But I want to say this. Just want to give a quick shout out to the Bay Area. I'm from East Oakland. And before I start, you feel me? I just want to voice this complaint, you feel me? That Joe Biden, he had promised the stimulus. And I'm bent right now because
I'm bent right now because I love this.
Oh, yo, I need a stimulus, dude.
You know what I'm saying? He was finna hit me with that stimulus, and I was excited. And
he was gonna finna hit me with the stimulus.
Shoot. I
He
need
actually
help.
sounds like Stop Speeding from IP2. Stop Speeding. It sounds exactly like Speedy.
I need help to get my paper up this year, and the only thing that
I need help to get my paper up.
might save me is tax season. which is the only time of the year that I claim my kids.
It's the only time of the year I claim my kids. That is a great line.
Open microphone. The problem is, do you know what's going to happen now? Now that they know they can do these open microphones.
Stop doing this.
Yeah, they're going to stop the open mic. No, they can't. Good. Please. It's Dallas City Council, so there is a chance that these guys are funny, and they might not.
My kids, I got 12.
Oh, my God,
y'all
12.
don't know I
He has
play
pictures
around
of all
here.
his kids.
Just pulling him out like a Russian doll.
So hold up. Shoot. Lost my spot. So I'm going to say, other than that, they just an inconvenience to me, myself, and I, because I want to do stuff, you feel me? Kids,
I want to do stuff.
This guy's
You
the best.
Feel me?
I want to do stuff. You feel me?
don't let me do stuff. Now, y'all might not think this is a big deal, but if you knew all the problems I had, because I ain't had no more stimulus in 2021, you would change your mind, you feel? So let me tell y'all, because I didn't get no more stimulus, I couldn't play no PlayStation Online mode.
Damn.
Which is pretty much, you know, what my life other than that is sleeping, you feel me? And I couldn't buy no more new games, such as Grand Theft Auto, the Trilogy, Call of Duty Vanguard.
He went through the most recent release games.
He's just naming games.
He's naming the most recent release ones.
Feel me? Which on top of that, the new PS5 been out over a year now, and I ain't even caught one yet, you feel me? Because they all sold out up in the store.
Dude, the PS5's been for like almost 2 years now, and
It's getting insane.
Well, I still couldn't get it. And Sony announced today that they're gonna ramp up the PS4 sales and ramp down the PS5s because they can't get any chips for the PS5.
Jesus.
And then on top of that, even worse, I couldn't even get the new Jordan 11s. You feel me? I still got some Jordan 10s on.
Poor guy.
How does he live?
So I'll be getting made fun of when I'm up in the hood. And all because y'all ain't want to give me no stimulus because Joe Biden a liar. And people be coming up saying, I need a job, you feel me? And I said, I ain't trying to hear nobody tell me what to do, you feel me? I can't be working and stuff. Because last time I had a job, I was working up in the Taco Bell in Berkeley, and the manager tell me, hey, Brian, it's closing time. We got to start mopping the floors, getting ready and stuff, you feel me? So I started throwing hands with him.
I knew that was coming. I knew it was going to be. I knew it was just going to be a fist fight over a minor request.
Because he on some racist stuff, talking about, you feel? So I was like, nah, I ain't
So
going to do that.
awkward.
But, yeah, I need to do something about this stimulus, you feel me? Give me some stimulus. Before I go, you know what I'm saying? I see her over there, you know what I'm saying? If you come back with me after this, you ain't got to cook, clean, do nothing. You feel me? But, yeah,
Your
shout
time
out
is up.
DP
Thank
Stokely,
you.
Instagram
is up.
promos,
Thank
White
you.
Boy Entertainment. Holla at your boy on IG. $20 a promo.
Thank you.
Thank
Marvin
you.
Crenshaw.
You know.
Oh, there were friends. Oh my God, this guy came up right after him. So these dudes
so they're not
planned
the
this.
same guy.
No, I'm sorry. I was incorrect. These two, they planned it. They fucking, that's even better. Dude, this is hilarious. I tell you what, guys, because we always talk about fucking the best. Like, instead of being an asshole and doing dumb shit, most big cities have these open mic things. We've seen plenty of them, right?
Yeah, this is a way funnier way
Dude,
of
this is
handling
such a great way. And again, don't go out there and go, they're trying to rape our children with the vax. No, that's not going to work. If you're funny,
we're
though,
trying to be tough and bow up and tell them to go fuck themselves. Like, this is funnier. Just waste their time
and
with silly shit.
more people are going to see shit like this. And somebody asked for it here. I'll give you guys a
You're
link.
a taxpayer. You're entitled to that.
This link.
Every taxpayer is technically, theoretically entitled to 5 minutes.
Okay.
So go take your 5 minutes.
Yep, that's a very good point. Listen, if you're a stand-up comic, right? You got 5 minutes. Work on your tight five. Do a 5-minute set. Go up there and just do a 5-minute set. And then what you do is when you send your video around to different clubs, because you have to do that. You have to get someone to film it or whatever. Send them that. Send them your 5-minute video at the Dallas City Council. Let's see. What else do we got? Did that.
Or you could just go up and do like a Don Rickles impression.
Oh,
and
that'd
just
be great.
steal all of his old jokes. Be like, first of all, I would like to say hello to Alderman Sanders over there. I wanted to let you know that me and the boys spoke earlier, and from the bottom of our hearts, we're fed up with you.
All right, so the feds are trying too hard.
Oh, God, yeah, this was not good.
An alleged right-wing group known as Patriot Front march around the Lincoln Memorial. And we all saw this, and I mean everybody, but I know everybody. So everyone's like, yeah, these are feds. These are feds. This is fucking set up. And I actually, most people agree with me, but there were still some people that were replying going like, no, they're just people that are braver than you. I'm like, nah,
yeah, they're
no,
super brave.
They're feds.
Yeah, they're actually, everybody obviously is like, all right, these guys smell like feds, whatever, stay away. But the reason I want to give props to Memology, and the only reason I sent this video in, is because Memology went and found a couple more of the more obscure videos that play at the end. The stuff that people didn't talk about, like them getting on these trucks with covered up license plates and shit. Like and the law enforcement helping. Like a lot of people paid attention to them at the pro-life march in Chicago, and you saw people yelling at them and stuff,
Right.
and that was all that people saw. I really want to give a tip of the hat to Memology because he went and dug and found a few of those really hard to find little videos that kept getting scrubbed.
So, of course, this is them, marching. This is later that night. Now, this is normal stuff, okay? These are just regular citizens. Like when Mersh and I went to D.C., we traveled exclusively in the back of U-Hauls.
With covered up license plates.
And you know what's crazy? Like, this video's been around a while, but I'm glad that Memology did this, like you said, because not a lot of people have seen this. So this is them. As you can see, law enforcement is like kind of blocked off like the side of a road. Open the back. And now here's a question: Why are these Patriot Front people getting in the back of empty U-Hauls? Why would they be doing that? And that was it. Their masked individuals did absolutely nothing. However, the media still used it to march to spread useful propaganda. All right, here you go. The Patriot Front tried to infiltrate and hijack a pro-life march in Chicago, which the people from the March of Life didn't allow it, though. By the way, good on the pro-life march people.
Yeah, they told them to fuck
Go
off.
fuck yourselves. Get the fuck out of your feds.
And look, by the way, I know what some people that are probably, basically like, oh yeah, they're not feds, whatever. They're allowed to show up to rallies too. It's like, yeah, but
in a U-Haul?
This wasn't their rally. This was the March for Life people put this together, and they were doing a thing. And these these little movements, they always attach themselves to these fucking rallies and completely torpedo them.
What's with the shield? And why are their faces covered? These are the same fucking people. This is the whole face covered. Antifa is the one that covers their faces, right?
Hijacking a pro-life movement. Who the hell do you guys think you are?
Good for this guy, by the way.
No, you're not part of this march. You're not part of this. Yeah, put down your bullhorn. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm the bad guy. Dude, put down the cowboy hat. It's an embarrassment to cowboys. Great.
Their flag slogans and banners are way too on the nose.
And let me ask you a question, honestly, because there's a few people kind of defending these guys in the chat. If these guys aren't feds, why is the media doing anything to try to dox every single one of these people? It's strange, right? Because, you know, they were fucking literally doxing people who just happened to stop at a Wawa in D.C.
in Maryland
on the way through town, and they weren't even at January 6th, and they doxed those people. CNN doxed a fucking 16-year-old kid for making memes with Jewish stars on them. But for some reason, the media is just, they're interested in showing the Patriot Front showing up to things, but they never really dig into them at all or care. Neither do the feds. So you're telling me that a bunch of people that are being held for January 6th on fucking misdemeanors with no due process, those people's lives are ruined. And they didn't even do shit. But these guys can show up, cover license plates up on a truck, all that kind of shit. But somehow these guys aren't feds. Okay.
I didn't do fucking shit. I didn't rig shit. This world's fucking so fucked up.
That's my mailman, for those of you wondering. That's just a clip of my mailman.
So this is them now. Strong families make strong nations. And here's the other thing too that I'll say that I want to fucking say with these people. Here's what I believe, so some of you understand. Do I think every single person there is a federal agent? No.
No.
Do I think that the people organizing this and running this are? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they intermingle. Everyone at January 6th wasn't a federal agent, but there were a lot there. So this comes to higher up. They bring in vulnerable people to think they're fucking doing the right thing. If it's, look, honestly, worst case, these are fucking feds. But even if you want me to go down the okay, no, they aren't though. They're actually blah blah blah. They're still then if they are that, if they're not feds, which I still think they are, but I'll even play your world they're not. They're fucking idiots.
But Royce, they're fighting for our people.
They're fighting for nothing.
They're fighting for our Volk.
Oh, cool. This is gonna stop inflation? Get the fuck out of here, you fucking pagan assholes. Because that's all these fucking pagan bullshit. Get the fuck out of here with your dumb shit. This helps nobody. This does nothing. All this is fuel more propaganda on the left to go look at these fucking people. Also, show your faces. Do it. Because these are the same people that are going like, no, actually, these people aren't feds. They're a real group, and they're defending them. I'm like, aren't you the same people that go Antifa are cowards because they wear masks? But now in this cool group with the fucking freshly printed flags that look like a settlement in Fallout, get the fuck out of here. I hate this, dude. This stuff
Also,
is so
somebody
fucking
brought
bad.
up too. They're like a right wing group, right? There's no fatties.
Mm-hmm.
There's no beards. There's no smokers. There's nobody that's like even deviates from the fucking norm. They all look like they just went through training. And I mean, some of them are young guys, but you can't. And I'm not saying they're all feds, just like Roy said. Like,
yeah, I think they all are.
You're telling me in this frame right now on video there isn't one or two or three of them,
or half.
Say what you want. At least when I see an oath keeper with a big gut and fucking a thing of fucking Copenhagen in his mouth, I'm like, that guy seems legit.
By the way, you're right. And most people normally leave in vehicles with license plates covered up, right? That's a normal thing that normal people do?
No, usually what would happen is, Royce, if you did that, especially if you were part of a white nationalist group like this with such bad optics, normally you would be pulled over and your information would go out in the media, and all the people in the car would be identified and be arrested for driving with a covered up license plate.
All the license plates are covered.
Some good work, Tommy. Good job.
You guys just want to go back to the cafeteria at Quantico, or what do you guys think? We get some like pit beef sandwiches since we're out here already. We'll stop through Baltimore and get some lake trout.
Fucking retards. Can I see? Hold on a second.
Just a normal day.
Can I say something? That is what every undercover every undercover fucking FHP car is. But that one right, that Jeep you're looking at right there, the dark tints and all that.
Dude, and they're all like, again, dude, like somebody pointed out earlier, the news would at least be interested in finding out who rented the U-Hauls, who rented the cars, who ordered these. Like, trust me, when the feds and the media have an interest in unveiling who people are behind things, they don't stop, and they're very efficient at it. But it just seems like they're just so genuinely inefficient when it comes to these bad optics groups. And we know why, because it's what they want. They want this out there.
And guess what? The police were there, but they didn't do a damn thing. That's right. If a cop sees you driving around with a plate, they're going to stop you, right? There you go. See? That's the thing though, but they're always lazy. Then he added this at the end, which I'm going to play because of course.
Just hit him with your car.
I bring you love.
Yeah, there's just too many. There's just too many. Like they're too protected.
Yep.
And this is the kind of shit that CNN and MSNBC and the FBI and Merrick Garland and all these people would be frothing at the mouth to find out the names and the faces of every one of these people, but they're just like, nah.
Rejected Mersh stand-up bought a beer and says, in an effort to combat Fox's growing network dominance, CNN unveiled their new trans anchor, Tucker Carl daughter.
Just let that sit. Just let that sit.
I see why you didn't use that one, Mersh. Rejected Mersh stand-up bought another beer and says, saw Greg Abbott at an open mic. Call me a critic, but I feel like the guy really need to work on his stand-up. Because he's in a wheelchair. Frozen Asian bought a beer and said, I hate N-words. Why did you do that, Frozen? Jesus Christ, bro.
Frozen, you're going to get us fucking popped.
Why did you write that?
Why would I donate to a show that pays me?
I don't know.
To keep it in business, so we keep paying you?
Okay, so Judas Goats donated, and he donated just with this video. This is called Steak and Donut Sandwich. This is Food Pyramid approved.
It's not much, but it's healthier than what people ate in the 50s.
Steak and donut sandwich, please.
You want cigarettes on that sandwich?
What do I look like, a Mary? Yes, I want cigarettes.
That's pretty accurate.
What am I, a Mary?
That is every 1950s breakfast.
Oh, fuck. All right.
Do you want cigarettes on that sandwich?
Let's see here. We did that one. What is this one? Oh, hey. Okay, so you know how like the Ronald McDonald House helps out?
I'm not familiar with it. What is that?
You know, it helps out kids that have like, cancer and stuff like that. And
by sticking them in a house with a clown? That seems pretty sadistic. Does the clown live there with them?
No.
Is it one big house?
No, it's not. Okay, look, the Ronald McDonald House is this charity that
is it decorated the way you'd imagine a clown's house would be, like sort of like Michael Jackson's house?
Yes, it's whatever you want. Sure.
There's a special door for Grimace.
Stop. God damn it.
It's shaped like a Christmas tree.
Anyway, they have the Ronald McDonald House where they let parents who have kids that are, going through horrible fucking terminal things, stay there.
Has the Hamburglar ever broken in and startled the kids? Because that would be scary, I would think, if you were a kid. Have this guy trying to steal your hamburgers all the time. I mean, you're already dealing with cancer and shit. Got to eat your burgers to get your health up.
So, anyway, the Ronald McDonald House, it is a charity. And it's none of
Is there a ball pit at the Ronald McDonald House? Well, it's probably closed off now because of COVID. So it's just kind of roped off. That's just a bummer. A sad reminder of better times. Anyway, what?
There's no ball pits. They just have the big chemotherapy benches.
A lot of extra security because, you know, the hamburger. And everything.
Stop it! Fucking guys!
Does John Cena ever visit the Ronald McDonald House, or is he exclusively a Make-A-Wish
Never
guy?
seen him there. I'll be quiet for the next 40 minutes. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I can't. It's bothering me. The Ronald. Okay, stop it. Dead Air Chicken is a good game though. Obviously they're a charity or whatever, and they help families that have kids that are terminal and help them through all that kind of stuff. And they actually let them stay there, depending if like they're having treatment in a city. For example, in Vancouver, they let them stay there. Well, they evicted this guy because him and his kid weren't vaccinated in Vancouver.
So this is a piece of paper. Please zoom in on it. This is an eviction notice, I believe, to...
You know what it is to have an eviction notice with the fucking...
From the Ronald McDonald House? Bro, I would pay that man for that letter. I would pay for that because that is a collector's item. Like, that is... If you're a fan of irony, you should have that framed and put up somewhere.
Anybody older than 5 who's not vaccinated is getting evicted from Ronald McDonald House. So I'm just going to go talk to people at the counter and see if it's legit now.
So that's the... I don't know why the quality's so shitty, so sorry about that. But here is...
Well, because they're poor people.
Here's them
They're at the
talking to
Ronald
them.
McDonald House.
Talking to them.
Kid has gotten all his vaccines. We're not anti-vaxxers. This is absolutely an abomination. So just let me get this clear. Are you both of you vaccinated?
Are both of you... By the way, bitch, you knew what he meant. He meant that they got the normal vaccines that kids get. You fucking bitch.
So what we're doing is protecting the safety of everybody in the house? No, you're not. Because a vaccinated person can still get it and transmit it. That's right. And so what we're trying to do is reduce our risks to the entire... That doesn't make sense.
So to reduce the risk for the unvaccinated people, you're going to kick them out on the streets while they're struggling with a kid who's terminal?
Your conscience is seared. You understand? This is absolutely evil. So do you want me to... You're evicting kids with leukemia. Kids who have strokes.
Yeah, I mean, what do you say to somebody like that? Like, that's...
Kids with Down syndrome, do you not understand how evil this is? Would you like to just... Where are we going to go? It's hard enough to get by and everything.
Listen to this panicky fucking peep woman, because even if you're somebody that believes in all this COVID nonsense, how do you tell the kid? How do you tell the dad with a terminal kid? By the way, hit the bricks because you're not vaccinated.
This is fucked.
Are you being funded through December to stay here? There are cops for kids that's helping us out, and then. We've been here for months. We have older stuff here. Yeah. And we're still here till June. I understand that.
And they're supposed to be there till June so he can complete his treatment.
Well, no matter what your beliefs are, no matter what country you're from or anything, everybody supports sick kids. Everybody thinks kids should be supported. And you're saying that over a vaccine, you're going to evict kids. Like, think about what our national anthem says.
Well, I don't know about your Canada. Oh, Canada. That's the only part I know. I don't know. I haven't watched a Bret Hart match in a long time, so I don't remember the Canadian national anthem.
All right, you know what, sir? I'm going to level with you. We're actually kicking your kid out because he's annoying and he keeps making that horrible squeaking noise.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Then he leaves. He goes, okay, I get it.
Yeah, that's
Look, I
fair.
can deal with that.
You're like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. My kid really is annoying.
You know, one of the few moments where he's not throwing up because of the cancer treatment. He was having a little fun. But, you know, let's get him out of here. Let's get him out of here.
Like, this is not Canada. This is an absolute...
No, this is Canada, by the way. Frozen, is that Canada?
Yep, if it's Vancouver.
Yep, it's Canada.
Race to our country. To be saying that, you know, you're sick with leukemia, he's not welcome here anymore?
They're doing it for your health. Also, remember in Vancouver, you can't order a medium well burger. It has to be well done because that's a law that they have there.
What about steak?
Steak? No, steak you're allowed. It's all ground beef.
That's so stupid.
Yeah.
We're a country that stood against segregation. And now you're able to set up a room and scan people's vaccine passports and say, this group of people can stay, and this group of people, you're going outside. Like, this is just so...
By the way, for somebody who should be really more livid, this guy is being very polite.
Well, he is Canadian. Those
That's
people are
true.
cucks.
That's true.
This
Yeah.
is actually like a Canadian at 10.
Yeah, every Canadian's a cuck. Everyone I know, especially the Asian ones, they're the worst kind.
messed up, and I just...
Oh, by the way, Frozen, is that you?
No, that's a woman.
I don't know with the mask. I can't tell.
I don't even know what to say. Like, this country's conscience is serious.
They're kicking them out, and I don't think it's because of the Ronald McDonald House. I think it's because
The
of
government.
the local mandate. Yep.
No.
Oh, we already played this. This is the same one. Right? Yeah. Okay. I wanted to make sure there wasn't any more. So there you go.
You guys are doing great up there.
Dude. Like, and then, if you tell anybody on the left, then okay, well, if you care that much about your kids, you get them vaccinated. That's the thing. Then they'll make you the bad guy. Why didn't you vaccinate him? Frozen?
Yes.
Is this your country?
Also heard another major
Yes, 'cause that's
piece of
Quebec.
breaking news from that news conference. The Premier of Quebec, François Legault, announcing a Canadian first, that the province is looking to implement a special tax on the unvaccinated unless they have a medical exemption. For more on this...
They're going to do what? They're going to tax you in Quebec if you're not vaccinated?
Vax tax.
CBC's Hillary
Laugh if you want, Frozen, but it's going to come to Toronto next.
Johnstone is on the story live.
Oh, my God. Is that what every Canadian woman looks like? Dude.
From Ottawa. So, Hillary, this is certainly, the news about Dr. Horacio Arruda. That was big news, and why it's happening. And we'll get into that in a second. But kind of slid in there in that announcement was this plan, again, a Canadian first. No other jurisdiction in this country has gone this way. But the Premier talking about the burden that the unvaccinated are putting on the healthcare system. While it's only 10% of the population right now, it's 50% of the hospitalizations.
Wait. Hold on. Is there any other statistics we can apply that to, though? What did he just say?
Vaccinated are putting on the healthcare system. While it's only 10% of the population right now, it's 50% of the hospitalizations.
So what would the other 50% of the hospitalizations consist of?
Unvaccinated people.
So it really feels like a pretty 50-50 burden there, pal.
And the burden that is having with people, healthcare workers either being sick or off, that they are at a breaking point. And so this tax is being looked at, and it will be significant. We don't know a specific amount at this point, but we do know that it'll be more than $100.
That's right. So that he was asked about that, right? Both the Premier and then also the Health
So you
Health
have
Minister,
to pay if you don't get a medical procedure? So wait a minute. Let me see. In Canada, your medical care is free, but if you don't get your medical care, you have to pay them?
It sounds...
Frozen, what kind of backward-ass fucking country do you live in, dude?
I don't know. It's getting worse and worse out here.
Move to America, dude. Move to America.
What sort of number are we looking at? They said that they hadn't arrived at a figure yet, but they said that in their mind, $50 or $100, that wasn't significant, and they wanted this to be significant.
Let me translate. It didn't hurt them enough. You weren't causing them enough financial strain. Okay? You weren't hurting them enough.
And along with talking about the burden that people who have not been vaccinated are placing on the healthcare system, on ICUs, they also spoke about the frustration that vaccinated Quebecers are feeling right now. They're once again under a curfew.
Listen, I'd be frustrated too if I was a vaccinated person right now because you got 3 shots and you're still getting COVID. I get it. I'd be super frustrated. But it's not unvaccinated people's fault. By the way, they're doing that. Canada's worse than U.S. right now with that, where they're saying, like, listen to what she just said. Look, vaccinated Quebecers are upset that they're under another lockdown, as if the unvaccinated people passed the lockdown laws.
Yeah, they voted it.
They're the ones. These fucking people.
Schools are...
Fucking Animal Farm.
closed. There are restrictions on businesses once again, both on private gatherings, indoors and outdoors. So that was the other thing that he spoke about. Now, how is this going to work? How are they going to find these Quebecers who are not vaccinated and act?
Wait, I'm sorry. Is it a fine or is it a tax? There is a difference. A fine implies that you're breaking the law.
Yeah, that you've done something that needs to be, like you've done some wrong that needs to be made right.
Right.
Actually tax them. He referred to this as a healthcare contribution tax. He said that this wasn't necessarily a pay for service or a fee for service. This wasn't something that Quebecers who are not vaccinated are going to be charged if they show up at a hospital. He said that this would be for everyone who is not vaccinated. And if they do not go and do so, go at least and get their first shot in the coming weeks. But how you find these people, how you categorize this, how much you charge them, how this all works, if it's legal, there are still a lot of
First off, I'm sorry. If it's legal, you have no hope in Canada. They'll pass it. The things that they fucking do in that country, you go, is that legal? Like, can you do that?
I mean, the shit we do in this country, and we're more free than they are, and we're even just doing like, are you kidding me? This isn't legal.
But hold on, can I show you the coolest tweet I've seen so far? New York Post. I used to work with Fauci. Now I sell my orgasm artwork on OnlyFans. Frozen? Find me a video of this woman's orgasm artwork.
I don't like. She has an orgasm while she paints, or like what's?
I guess. Let's see here. So Detroit Threat Management. Okay, we love this guy. It's the best. We got some others. By the way, this isn't stuff I played on Daywave. This is completely different stuff. Let's see here. Hold on, let me actually pull something here. Where is it? Here it is. Apparently this is becoming something very funny. This is Keenan doing, making fun of him.
Self-defense 101. Now, if you got a perp coming at you from the front wise, what you want to do is hit him right in the tender spot. And then you got the gun. This here is what you want to do if you got a perp coming up from behind you. Listen for the footsteps. Hey, who is that? Oh, okay, yeah, I got shot that. Self-defense.
So apparently in 2019, and I did not know this, Vice did a little one of those little 6-minute online documentaries.
All right.
Hold on. How cool is that, dude, though? Fucking cool.
VIPERS stands for Violence Intervention Protective Emergency Response System. You are trained.
That really was a real, like, patched together acronym. Like, that's one of those shoehorned acronyms where you came up with Viper first and then needed to come up with a word for each one. You did it backwards, sir, and I can tell.
Bodyguards, you're trained to make sure that people stay safe. This is the purpose of our organization for over 20 years, and this is what we do.
For well over a decade, Detroit has been struggling with retaining their cops. In response, an avalanche of private security companies have rushed in.
The reason why you're dressed like this is to be very, very...
It's because we thought it would look cool. You look like more like a video game, you know? How cool would that be, dude?
Psychologically impressive. So when they see how you're dressed, they think...
I'm sorry, they think this is psychologically impressive?
Yeah, the SWAT team dresses to impress, Royce. You didn't know that?
Oh, no, I never seen the movie SWAT.
You're serious because you are serious.
After the city filed for bankruptcy in 2013...
And by the way, I don't believe that you've never seen SWAT. I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure you've pretty much consumed LL Cool J's entire body
Yes,
of
I've
work.
seen SWAT. Of course I have. Colin Farrell, LL Cool J, yeah, I've seen it.
Budget and pay cuts have pushed cops towards better paying police work outside of the
Can I
city.
say something? Detroit looks like a lovely place to live. You know?
It really does. Like,
It's beautiful.
I was always thinking of maybe summering there.
You know what? Next ROTC get-together, do it in Detroit Rock City, baby.
Remember when they would always be like, bro, you can get like $100 house in Detroit. And you're like, yeah,
That's the house. The one on the
$100
right.
looks
The one,
like,
the
though.
one on the right is the one you get. Not even the one on the left. The one on the left is also broken, but the one on the right's worse.
Clear!
Oh, my God. He has a shiny one on his
A
back.
shiny one on the back, yeah. By the way, you know, they always say that that's a very tactically sound thing to have.
The sparkle.
There's a giant signaling mirror for ships on your back.
Yeah, like light a cigarette while there's a sniper around. That's what they
Yes.
tell you. They tell you make sure you're smoking a cigarette
At all times.
What you're seeing
And
is
then when you're not smoking a cigarette, play with your Zippo lighter as much as possible.
Or you know what? Make sure that your compass is open so the sun could gleam off of it. That's also a good idea.
And always speak very loudly so that, the other soldiers in your unit know you're around.
beginning of an entire new industry, which is threat management services. We are literally leading the way
Security guards.
paradigm shift in safe public and corporate protection. My right leg went out, my right hand goes up. 2, 3.
He's training these people that are supposed to be guarding people to do these shitty moves.
This is our tactical training facility. This is called the Grid.
Does he have
Does
a
everything
little
have to have a
nickname?
cool,
Yep.
like badassy name?
GRID stands for Gay Retardation Indigo Dog. Look, we're working. We're working on the words. We do is we get the acronym first, and then we just fill it in.
So this is what we call our danger room. We originally called it the danger room, but then we received a cease and desist from Marvel Comics.
There's the boat.
Before the show, Frozen saying they have a boat, and I thought he was fucking with us, but he's not.
This is called the Grid. This is where we store our vehicles. This is our tactical
For those of you
boat.
wondering, yes, we do have a boat, and yes, I did buy it at a lot auction after Thunder in Paradise went off the air.
This is actually the boat the bad guys use in the show.
Yeah, that's right. Hulk Hogan was in this boat.
This is our tactical boat.
I can't get over
these
the
are-
shiny thing on the back.
Bro.
This guy is like the Steven Seagal of like real life security.
Yes, it's a tactical dude. It's his tactical boat.
And just like Steven Seagal, this guy flips because he's a black guy that talks like a white guy.
Yep.
These are our motorcycles.
That's his tactical motorcycle.
These motorcycles allow us to get to situations.
Those are his tactical helmets that you can't see at night when you have them on.
Once again, I also got these at an auction when Jeremy DeWitt's Metro State went out of business.
This is very quickly. This custom boat allows us to get into shallow water. It's also very fun and jumps over waves, and people enjoy riding in it.
So you're saying that these are recreational things that you do for fun, but you're pretending you're writing them off for your business.
That's honestly like this whole thing is a LARP, and you're kind of exposing the goddamn business right now.
Business.
By being like, yeah, it's actually just kind of fun. We just try. That's like that scene in The Big Short when they're like shooting the guns, and they're like, then why did we come here? And they're like, so we could expense the ammo to the clients.
Dale Brown, an ex-Army paratrooper, began teaching his own brand of self.
No, you heard that correctly. He's not a paratrooper. He's a parrot trooper. He was responsible for cleaning all the military parrot cages.
Yeah, he was actually the general in charge of their entire parrot brigade.
Wow. And by the way, not a lot of people know that the U.S. military does have a parrot wing, okay? And that's not a funny name. That's what it's called.
Defense in the early 90s. He started his own security company
And he also sexually harasses all of his female employees.
Jesus.
Hey, what up, girl?
security company in 2000.
So this is a Detroit fair fight, 4-on-1.
A Detroit fair fight is 4-on-1. Is that a thing? Do they call it that?
Yeah, we call it something else, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Your knees bent.
Brown says
Karate.
his 60-person Viper force has
He has a 60-person Viper force.
more than 5,000.
Today, I'm going to be bringing in a special guest trainer to help you guys learn karate. That's right. Former European champion X-Pac.
Oh, nice.
He's going to teach him how to go, Hoo-ah!
citizens as clients, along with 100 businesses. Altogether, the company brings in about $2 million a year.
This is a
You know what I would love to do? Like, since people love going and fucking with this guy and proving how bad he is at this, you know who I would send in to really fight him?
Hook.
A guy. Well, yeah, that would be cool. But send in another guy who could use some promotion for his bounty hunter type show, Steve Blackman.
I love it. Let's do
Steve
it.
Blackman would kill this guy. It would be so
heartbeat.
funny.
Altogether, the company brings in about $2 million a year.
This guy's making $2 million a year, dude.
This is a community that pays us to protect their community.
And how's it going?
24 hours a day, 7 days.
It also looks like an overwhelmingly safe community already.
That is a mansion.
No home.
Yeah, that's I forget the name of that neighborhood, but it's
Somebody
There
had
is-
told me.
There's a
Felton?
neighborhood there's a couple neighborhoods outside of Detroit that like the old money's still there.
Mhm.
And like, yeah, your job is to just pull up to black people that look like they've strayed too far from regular Detroit and go, hey, you're not supposed to be here. I'll call the police if you don't leave.
Murders, no rapes, and no armed robberies.
Yeah, because it's a gated community.
Yeah, there was none of those things before that. You're
Yeah, I
implying
know.
you're implying that beautiful neighborhood was just a regular fucking rape fest beforehand. Before we got here, it was like Fallujah.
Whatsoever have been done here. So police use law enforcement, and what we do is use
breaking the law.
Bodyguarding
Yeah,
tactics
see,
to prevent
as
predation.
as a tactical security unit, see, I'm not bound by the Constitution like the police officers are.
So here's what's going to happen in this situation, okay? Let's say that I'm a young black man, and I'm walking in this neighborhood, okay? Mersh, I want you to be one of his security guards and tell me, hey, what are you doing around here? Get out of here. Go ahead, say it.
Hey, what are you doing around here?
Fuck you.
Okay.
What are you gonna do about it? Make me leave. Make me leave.
I said make me leave. Go
Nine-
ahead,
911.
come on.
Yeah.
Oh, you calling the cops, you fucking bitch?
I need the real police here. This
Fucking
is
bitch.
This is A1 from the Detroit Technical Security Solutions.
Yo, nigga, is that a shiny patch on your fucking back?
I got a 1027 right now.
Look at this guy, Dixie's RoboCop.
A young male, and yeah, of course he's black. Yeah, I'll hold.
I'll hold.
Our goal is to create conditions where violence does not occur. We deter violent criminal behavior
By shooting
projecting
people.
strength.
Somebody says Paul Blart has a nice tan now. That's not Paul Blart, guys.
Did you hear that? By projecting strength. So by bluffing.
Yes.
So by driving around with a car and with boats with lights on them. And
I don't think you heard him. It was a tactical boat.
Sir, this is 2022. People are walking up to real police now and just ambushing them in their cars.
And telling them fuck off.
And shooting them.
Yeah.
Like
What
do you
chance? What chance do you stand?
Dude, it's like we said with the LAPS thing when they were like going into these houses, and it's like, dude, that's LA. They shoot at real cops out there.
Exactly.
With no problem. With fully well knowing that it's going to be life in prison, no parole. And they're like, it's fine. We'll just go in there in our little security badges.
So our vehicles have all white strobe lights. Our vehicles are black and chrome.
Yeah.
There's,
you know why the vehicles have all white strobe lights? Because it would be illegal to have red and blue ones.
Mm-hmm. You would go to jail. The real police.
Yeah.
a strong sense that there is a strong organization that's
Say
protecting
strong
us.
more.
Nobody fucking hates these people more than the real cops, too. Nobody hates them more than
Oh,
them.
God. Remember we watched that
Yep.
video of the guy coming for the
He's like
LAPS?
basically giggling at him. It was great.
People, and then we speak to people very respectfully.
You have any weapons on you right now?
You have any weapons on you right now? Okay, first off, fuck you. Who are you? I don't got to tell you what I got on me. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, and somebody said it in the chat, and that's a really good point, and that's the best way to say it. It's the confidence grift, you know, where they think if you speak with a deep enough voice and stuff like that, that people are going to do what you say.
And you throw in enough like alpha niners.
Yep. This particular individual.
So at this point, we're going to set up a perimeter. Shut up, you fucking asshole. Oh, I'm sorry. I actually did it wrong. At this point, we're going to set up a perimeter.
Walk with me over here, please.
Walk with me over here, please. I wouldn't go. I'd be like, no.
No, no, you're not.
Call the police.
So we have all these different ways of showing that this is just not a good place to be a predator. And it's all nonviolent. And we're growing. So more and more people, they want us in their communities.
I think in areas in Detroit where you have these very affluent communities right in the heart of the ghetto, if you will, more and more
They're not in the heart of the ghetto, sir. That you're really overselling this. I mean, trust me, they wouldn't have those nice houses. Those rich people wouldn't be living there if it was in the heart of the ghetto.
are utilizing services like threat management. They've shown up whenever I've called them, and in fact, their response time is so much greater than the Detroit Police Department that without them, I would not be as comfortable.
Private security is booming in Detroit. The largest contractor has reported 25% year-over-year growth since the city's bankruptcy.
Do we think that security guards that are visible in neighborhoods deter crime? Yes. Can security guards replace police officers? No. The effectiveness of a police department is solely dictated by the trust relationship they've garnered in the community.
Okay, but it's sorry. Listen, cop, I know these guys are annoying, but let's not pretend like you've garnered trust in that community, you know?
I was appointed as police chief almost 6 years ago. The city was facing bankruptcy. There were neighborhood police stations that were closed. There was a strong belief.
Hold on a second. Lesbian?
Maybe, or maybe just ugly.
By the way, also
Probably
make sure you refer to her by her Viper name, which is 111 Mantis. Okay. If you call her anything else, that would be fucking. There would be no confidence.
You think she's their go-to, like, call in the Mantis?
Yes, and she shows up. Yep.
Strong belief that some of these security companies were more effective than the police department.
But it wasn't just because of the city's bankruptcy. In 2003, the federal government accused the Detroit PD of unconstitutional conduct, including excessive use of force and illegal detentions. They were
because they're cops in Detroit, and no one listens to them.
Under federal oversight.
I mean, look, I'm not saying it's right, and they should never overreach, but you also start thinking, like, you're dealing with, like what Mercer was saying earlier, people that say fuck you to cops, like, not to fucking security guards, not to Puerto Rican security teams.
For 13 years.
But I think the relationship today is much better than it was, say, 6 years ago.
It's not.
We are absolutely turning the corner.
Although the department has improved, Detroit still has the second worst crime rate in the country.
Second to?
Baltimore?
Chicago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So this location, this is one of our clients.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Baltimore top 3. Baltimore's still top 3.
If you set up security service with us, we'll respond to your home. 10 minutes, $10. So when we respond to your home, it's $10.
10 minutes, $10? Okay, so they charge you $10 for every 10 minutes? So they're charging you $60 an hour?
That seems a bit excessive.
$1 charge for the first 10 minutes. Every minute after that is $1 a minute.
Whoa, no, hold on. Every minute after that's $1 a minute. No, that's still the same thing. Same thing.
That's about on par with a fucking jailhouse phone call.
Yep. The main purpose for this is so they feel safe when they close up. What you could have is a person trying to hide next to the car when they close up, and then attack them when they get to their vehicles. So they start clients leaving. We wait outside while they lock up the property, and then we'll sit in front of the building to wait till the store closes.
And then you leave, and then they break into the store after you're gone.
Yeah.
See, the one thing about policing in America is the police are the public and the public are the police, meaning it's supposed to be a partnership. It was never supposed to be about who can afford the most police and go out and hire your own police.
Okay, shut up. It's always been about who can afford the most police. Stop pretending like it's... Because this is why when I listen to these fucking cops are grifters too, folks. I don't know if you know this. But when you listen to them, better neighborhoods have always have a better police force. Period. Why? Because those cities can afford to pay the police officers better. Okay, that's just how it goes. You're always going to get better police if you have more money, regardless if there's private firms or not.
The byproduct of your purpose is that people.
And you know how I know that's true? Because like in Miami's a great example. I don't know it's everywhere, but I'm sure it's a lot of places. In Miami, for example, off-duty police officers are allowed to take extra jobs like guarding really nice homes in their cop cars. You could pay, in their cop cars in Miami. I know that's every place. Some places don't let you be in your cop car, but yeah, of course you can.
People prosper, and then we charge them a bunch of money so we can have things.
Why a bunch of what?
We charge them a
bunch. You're not
bunch
good
of
at this,
dude.
You're not good at this, sir.
That people prosper, and then we charge them a bunch of money so we can have things.
A police department is answerable to the public.
Correct.
They're answerable to the mayor. They're answerable to their city council, and a private police firm, depending upon how big it is, it's answerable to a board of directors.
So it's up to you guys to remember your function.
Yeah, but no, I get it, and you're right. It's answerable to the board of directors. But again, I hate this. I hate this because this guy's. First off, let me be clear. This guy's a fucking joke. The guy you see on the screen is a fucking joke.
Absolutely.
But, do not pretend like police are not answerable to the fucking public. No, they're not. The fuck they are. No, they're not. To the mayor. No, they're not. Then they sue the mayor. How many times has that happened? The police union then defends them. They sue the mayor. The mayor panics, and everything's fine.
Functional purpose. Because if you'll do that, then this has a great opportunity for you, for all of us to make the world a better and safer place.
What?
And charge people a lot of money.
A bunch of money, Mike.
So we can get a boat.
A lot would sound very fucking predatory. He says a bunch of money.
Clear?
Oh, by the way, America. Fucking Merc.
That is not America. That's
America.
Detroit. Okay.
Yeah,
you done?
that's it. That's how it ends.
I was like, what a weird fucking outro.
Right? What an odd way to end it. Let's
At least
see
he has
here.
a boat, though. That's kind of cool.
All right, why don't we cleanse the palate a little bit? What do you say? Huh? You want to do that?
Me and my
fucking,
mom pretty much
Natty
do
Neihart
everything
and her weird
together.
sister.
From day
Slapping each other's tits. Fucking those videos are the
Scissoring.
best. They're my favorite. Have you seen the one when they were giving each other the figure four?
Yeah, that's why I said scissor.
Woo.
Day one, I mean, she was my everything. At 18 years old, my mom and I both got our boobs done.
I'm assuming there's no father.
No.
For that to occur.
Together.
Remember in South Park when like the middle school kids were getting boob jobs?
Definitely called her after I lost my virginity. We've done a lot of like sexy
You called your mother after you lost your virginity? Frozen? Do they have an
Yes.
OnlyFans?
Of course
I'm on it.
Thank you.
100% they do.
By the way, both ugly. Can I also say they're both ugly?
You're both ugly.
Yeah.
shoot.
And then she's talked me into like stripping it down.
Some people consider our relationship unusual. Who are like,
Yeah, like any normal person.
Hey, you think that's her real butt?
It's disgusting.
It looks like mashed potatoes in a Publix bag. Just fucking mashed potatoes.
It does look like my garbage bag when I like overstuff it on the way out.
when you
I'm
start
taking it out of
pushing
the
it down,
dumpster
when
and
you
I'm
put-
like,
yeah.
let me get more stuff in there.
Yeah.
Let's get everything in one bag.
Every child of yours is different. Mariah is more dramatic and out there, where Chanel is more.
Chanel looks like she doesn't want any of this shit. Let me explain to you what Chanel looks like. Chanel looks like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you two?
More quiet,
Michelle's
more
definitely the Daria of the family.
Yeah.
reserved.
What do you make of all of this?
Today we're gonna do a photo shoot.
Look at that butt, bro. That's thick, dude. Nice, huh?
Yeah, you're not. The mashed potatoes aren't supposed to be that thick.
Mmm. Put a pat of butter on that.
And we're gonna get spray tans. We're gonna get all dressed up and ready. I have a couple outfits for us. We're gonna probably be matching because we like to match. My name is Mariah. I'm 23 years old.
And my name is
I'm
Sandra.
gross. Oh,
They're all look. They're both gross. Okay. Kids. You're both just terrible.
yeah, seriously.
And I am 47.
And I'll say the person that I'm most disgusted in out of the two is the daughter, not so much the mother, because a mom in her fucking 50s later on in life, you want to get fucking big tits and redo your face, whatever, man. I get it. Who gives a shit? But the fucking because this, by the way, her daughter, this was instilled in her by her mom. You could tell, right?
Yeah, this is the mother's fault.
We pretty much do everything together. There's really not a moment in our day that we're not talking to each other.
That's fucking weird.
It's very weird.
That is weird.
Who we introducing? Sometimes she's like, Mom, call your friends. Or
I'm sorry, is she Ray Romano?
No,
Mom.
They're your friends for the OnlyFans.
My brother's a cop.
I don't know, Raymond. I don't think you should be doing OnlyFans with your mother, Raymond.
something. I'm like, I don't have any friends.
By the way, Raymond, I love Raymond. The Raymond's this fucking sports reporter that never leaves the house. Like, you never see him at work. He's always in the house.
Yeah, I mean, that would make sense now.
Yeah, but back then it wouldn't,
Fucking
yeah.
back then, it was like, no, you would have had to go in.
Go to work.
You would have had to at least go to some games.
That's the other point. He's not even ever goes to games. He's always at home.
We live together. We do
Scissor.
photo shoots together.
They fucked each other, right? Like, can we at least probably
think about that?
No, look, listen. I don't want you to think about either. I don't want you to think about.
No,
they're just-
I'll take
no,
that.
but listen, no. The thing is, okay, I'm not. It's fine. Dusty old cooter just smashing against her fucking daughters. And it makes like a suction, and they both like suck into each other.
So fucking
and it's
gross.
like a Chinese finger trap, right? And then her fake butt just fucking touching another fake butt.
We party together. We go on dates together.
You do what?
Shouldn't be doing any of those things.
A lot of times your kids turn 21.
You want to fuck them?
Apparently.
You know, you
At least
just
she
let
waited
them
till she
go.
was 21.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I created you. Like, why would I?
The way she's holding that dog, it reminds me of Dirty Work. Where it's like, do you think does he have his finger up that dog's ass? Remember, because Shooter McGavin, whatever, he's in that movie too. He's the main bad guy in Dirty Work.
Want you
And in
now
this case, the answer is probably yes.
to like disappear on me. Ooh, look, these match the earrings. Can I borrow this? Yeah.
It's been a
Can
little
we,
while.
can we see the before on the daughter before she looked like China?
That's what I want to see too.
Since we've done a shoot together.
Well, the first time ever, she was like, "Mom, everybody's showing off their mom on IG. And
Why?
I think you're beautiful, and so I want to show off my mom too." And I'm like, "Are you serious?"
No, Mama, you loved it. That was the day you were waiting for.
And so then after that, it just kind of took off from there. So, you know, I always get nervous because she's used to it and I'm not. So I'm like, she knows how to do all the poses look at, see? It's just natural for her.
Let's skip ahead here.
But sometimes she would call me. I'm like, what are you doing calling me right now?
Because I need advice sometimes. I think she's really feeling this look. I definitely called her after I lost my virginity.
It's normal things.
She was the first person I called.
Have you shot like mothers and daughters?
Just single mother things.
Look at this guy. Have you shot mothers and daughters? But this is the cameraman, by the way.
He's like, hell yeah.
Yeah, dog.
Before?
Not grown mothers and
Oh, he's gay. He's gay.
daughters, just like child and mother, but not like adult wise.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean like
so
you.
the-
Yeah, like you mean like pictures of like moms and their daughters, like you know, like a family portrait. Yeah, I've done that. Yeah. Like I work at Sears sometimes on the part time.
This will be a first for me. Are y'all ready?
Look at hold on. I'm gonna do it. Hold on. Look at that crop. Look at that. Look at that carved beef right there, dude.
Ugh. Like a fucking.
Yeah, we goose him.
Are y'all ready? Now angling a little bit more towards me.
Ah! No.
All right. Now angle it away from me.
Yeah, do me a favor. Go out the window real quick. The other one, can I say? The other daughter, the one that's not into it, just like, fuck. She's taking selfies like, fuck this shit.
Turn more the other way, like towards. There we go. So y'all can mirror each other, kind of.
Has Chanel like talked to y'all about her opinion of the photo shoots that y'all do?
She's very like indifferent about it. Like
No. Indifferent is her being nice. She hates it and she's not saying anything because you're her family.
she doesn't care.
What do you make of all of this?
This is them being them at the fullest extent and them loving their bodies and being confident and do what they want to do. Period.
Oh, great. So they're getting into your fucking
I just be
mind viruses infecting
doing my
you,
own
too.
thing, not worried about what everybody got to say. We've always been really close and just like known to like stick together.
I love it. I can't wait to see the edits.
So why is one of the daughters hood and the other one not hood? What's going on with that? And where's the dad?
Good question. These are all good questions, Royce, but sadly we'll never know the answers.
I'm having a hard time finding this.
Are you playing an MMO? I hear a lot of clicking.
Oh, that's just me
No.
clicking my mouse.
Oh, I don't know the clicking. I just hear clicking. I don't know who it's from one of you two. Rejected Merch stand up bought a beer. I was gonna shave the mustache, but it's growing on me. Eric Fitzpatrick, the Reverend Jimmy Womack that said it's in the middle of the ghetto is an ex-doctor, a Democratic state House representative of Michigan and preacher. Well, somebody from Michigan. Oh, man.
And by the way, I'm never getting rid of the mustache. You know why? Because it's like being a member of FTR, except I'm over.
Right.
Nothing?
Sorry, I was doing something.
Are you playing an MMO?
No, I was actually replying to something that was show related. Let's see here. Where is it? Sorry, guys. All right, Frozen, what did you get me? Anything?
So
these are not palate cleansers. Please don't.
Okay. Well,
is that her pussy?
I don't know.
I mean, you would know.
Okay, here's a palate cleanser that I can show that's actually nice and kind of wash all that shit out. Okay, there you go. Better? Thank you. Much better. You doing one of them night waves?
No, it's Wednesday. I'm taking off, so bye. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yep, so go do that. Tomorrow morning, Daywave Radio. Go check that out, YouTube. Guys, thank you so much. You patrons are amazing. I plug all that stuff like the people here already don't listen to everything we do, you know? So you guys fucking rule. Thank you so much for being here. You make all of this possible. Even if YouTube fucks with us, at least we got you guys. Thank you so much, Frozen. You killed it today, dude. Okay?
Thank you.
All right,
you killed the show.
I'm gonna need you to pick one of the boys. Who has the buffest bod?
Troll Boy.
No. Can't be Troll Boy. You know why it can't be you, Troll Boy. It can't be Troll Boy. Guys, thank you so much. Wrong one. All right, bye, guys. Bye.